Nobody cares about you. Now, before you turn away, before you let these words crush your view of yourself, I want you to stay with me for a moment. And the fact that nobody cares about you. See, this harsh reality is not the end of your story. It's just the beginning. When I say nobody cares about you, I'm not saying that you're worthless. I'm not saying that you're not important. I'm not saying that you don't matter. What I'm saying is that nobody cares about you as much as you need to care about yourself. The world is not sitting around waiting for you to succeed. The world is not holding its breath, hoping that you achieve your dreams, hoping that your dreams come true. The sun will still rise from the east and set in the west. And what I'm saying is that the world is so busy and moving so fast. I mean, there are so many people, billions of people in the world. Everyone is focused on their own lives, their own dreams and struggles. When you really realize this reality, when you really get this, not just hear it and agree with it on a surface level, like one who looks at their selves in the mirror and walk away and forget what they look like. But when you grasp this at the core of your being, when this reality becomes a part of the truth that you believe and hold on to, then you will know and understand that the fact that nobody cares about you is not a curse. It's not a disadvantage. It's not even a handicap, but a gift. But understand, when nobody cares about you, that means nobody is inserting their opinions on who you are, on what you're doing, on who you're affecting, on how you're doing this or how you're doing that. And even when they do, because on the course of your journey, in life, sometimes you will meet people and they will say something, but you have to realize and you have to be able to distinguish between this fleeting attention and not mistake their attention for care. And the fact that nobody cares also means that you have no audience. And it's possible to have audience and that still doesn't mean that they care. Because sometimes we mistake attention for care. And someone left a trolling comment. I have to see that comment for what it is. This is a person on their journey and with their own struggle. And we crossed paths because of the video that I posted. And the path and where we crossed paths, what they said in the comment was them revealing who they are. I call it fleeting attention because the moment the person posted that stuff and they are gone, they don't think about me. And when we mistake the attention for care, we create a word for that person in our heart, in our mind. And this is where we become so conscious and we think that we're in the spotlight. It's like the spotlight effect that leads us to overestimate how much others notice or care about our actions and mistakes. Because the attention is, they will say something. Sometimes people will say something to you when they see a glimpse or they catch a glimpse of you, not the entire picture, with no full understanding of who you are or why you do the things that you do. Sometimes people will catch a glimpse and from this glimpse they will make comments. Say, this does not mean care. It's a fleeting attention. The moment they leave the comment, the moment they say that thing to you and they keep it moving, the next moment they've forgotten about you. They do not think about you. And these people has no way. You see, they do not affect your life. The only affect or effect that these people can have on you is when you mistake their attention for care. And so you build a house for them in your heart. You build a house for them in your mind based on the words that they speak or that they spoke to you. Nobody cares about you. Nobody sees you. Nobody is watching. Nobody is scrutinizing you. And that means they cannot say anything about your vision, about your passion, about the thing that it is that, see, you're trying to put out into the world. So you can work on yourself and work on these things that you want to work on in privacy and in peace. You can do the work and work on yourself in the quiet of the background. You can stay focused on the process and not be distracted or focused on trying to perform your talent or perform your gift or perform your purpose. No one cares means you can focus on the mission and not how you look doing it or what other people think about what you're doing. And some people think they want the world to care. Some people think they want the world to watch and look at them. But you do not want the world to know. The world can demand from you or try to make you to conform or try to make you to feel a type of way about yourself, about your passion, about your calling, about your dreams. But the truth is, so you do not owe the world anything. You do not owe the world any update. You do not owe the world proof that you are doing well, or that you're effective, or that you're working towards something, or that you're progressing in life. You do not owe the world anything, just as the world do not owe you nothing. You don't need to prove to the world that you're winning. Sometimes we think that we want certain things until we actually achieve those things. And especially in the light of what we are talking about. I believe fame is one of those things that most people think that they want. They think that they can handle until they get it. And then their greatest desire become their anonymity. Did I say that word well? And then all they want is peace. All they want is privacy. Most of us, we are aware of the fact that the people who really run the world, like who are truly wealthy, you see, they have the understanding of this world, at least in a way that most of us can only, perhaps, I guess, imagine. Yet, they choose to stay out of the spotlight. And these are the people that know, at least, the deep workings of our world. Yet, they choose to stay out of the spotlight. And they do it purposefully. They try. They go to great lengths. See, by staying anonymous and not worrying about what other people think or who cares or who sees you. See, you are being patient. You are building perseverance and you're building a solid foundation. So that is where you become aware of yourself. That is where you find yourself and know yourself and find contentment within yourself and find all that is within yourself. Because you do the things that you do without external praise. Because you don't do it for that which is outside of yourself. You don't do it for the approval or what people might think about you. You see, you are truly living for yourself because you have an understanding that you owe you, and what you do in silence, nobody can tear down, nobody can influence. Nobody can bring their own negativity to that thing. And when you build in silence, when you build in the background, when you build in your own world, see, nobody can steal what you're doing because you're in your own world. You're in the privacy of your own world, and nobody cares. And because you understand that nobody cares, you're not forced or obligated to share these things with the world. Because once you put it out there, once you put it in front of those who truly do not care, you are giving them the opportunity to take that which you have already put in out, or to capitalize on that which you have shared with them. There is power in the privacy that comes from the fact that nobody cares. Nobody is watching your every move. Nobody is looking or trying to scrutinize your every move. And I know because of social media and the things that we post and the way that we post it, it just screams that we believe that people care. Someone takes a picture with someone who is famous and they post it, not for themselves, but they post it so people can see who they met. But there is power in privacy. There is power in knowing that nobody cares, and also and being able to use that as well to get privacy. Because peace of mind is one of the most underrated thing in this world. So you can live your life in silence and privacy. And that silence and privacy is protection. Yes, nobody cares. But the moment you share certain things prematurely, there's a tendency to attract evil eyes, to attract certain haters. And not just haters that hate from afar, but certain people that they don't just hate, but they would also try to do something to affect your life. The people who did not really care about your struggles, now they come, now that it looks like things are starting to look up for you, and you share that stuff, and now they come not to celebrate you, but to tear that which you have built. No, but to sow discord in your life, to tear the relationship that you are sharing. So your silence and privacy is a protection. It protects you from envy, protects you from jealousy, and all the distractions that may come once you make certain things public, once you share certain things with people or bring certain things to the notice of those people who truly do not care and are just agents of chaos. And remember, like I said, attention is different from true care. And I believe that, see, when people praise you or when people are so involved in the things that you're doing, let's say what you're doing a good thing and you're building a good thing, and this attracts certain people and those people praise you. And sometimes that praise can cause the thing that you're doing to get stunted, to become stale, to become stagnant. And you start getting this attention from these people. And see, they tell you how great you are. They tell you how good you're doing. And it starts getting into your head. They start filling your head with all this fleeting praise that you forget. You forget, what led you to the path that you're on. You forgot how you started your journey because you were not worried about the negative validation or approval. But now you're getting something that seems like it's positive. And sometimes we don't realize that even the positive validation can also have the same effect as the negative criticization that we get from people. It's about finding the answer within yourself. It's about not worrying about that which is coming from outside. You can't give yourself over to these things. You can't give yourself over to other people. And you cannot do it from other people, because when you accept and you do these things for the praise and the validation of other people, then what are you without the praise and the validation of other people that you have given yourself to? Like, what would you do when you fall in love with the praises of other people? And sometimes, some of us, we grow up being criticized, and we grow up not really having support or love, and we feel like we've always been alone. And this leads us to a place where we find privacy. And in this privacy, we focus on ourselves and we tune out all the outside noises. And as a result of this, things start looking up in our life. And when things start looking up in our life, a new group of people come. And they start saying things that seem positive to us. But because we never really dealt with what the issue really was or what the issue has always been, we still fall into the same trap that we tried to escape. Because if you're somebody given to the cares and you care so much about the criticization or the words that people say to you, you would also care about the validation. You would take the validation upon yourself and you will live for the validation of other people. And so it seemed like people actually care because of how much attention that you give to these things that people say or do. And you mistake the attention that you get from people to be care. When you truly understand that nobody cares about you, you will stop living your life for other people. You will stop making decisions based on what people might think. You will stop holding back because you are afraid of judgment. Instead, you will start living for yourself. You will begin to make choices that align with your value, your passion, and your purpose. And you will embrace your dream and walk on the path that you need to walk on to achieve your dreams, to make your dreams come true, with the knowledge that the only person that you need to impress is yourself. Apart from God, the only person that you have is you. It's myself and I. The only person that is coming to save you, the only person that is coming to do for you is you. Nobody cares about you. So you have to stay focused on your faith. You have to stay focused on where it is that you're trying to go. When you learn how to walk forward in life, by yourself and for yourself, and you don't need the applause and the praise of other people. You see, this builds your own internal belief in yourself. It builds up your faith in the things that you can accomplish. And so you begin to have an inherent motivation, not just external motivation. You are now motivated by you. You are motivated by your own goals. You are motivated by your own purpose, your passion, and your calling. You have found motivation in that which is inside of yourself. You don't need outside claps or praise to get hype or get excited about what you're doing. You hype yourself up. You get excited for yourself because you become your own biggest fan. The only person that you are trying or care to impress is you. This is what builds real strong mentality. This is what builds the foundation. See, when nobody is watching, nobody is pushing you, nobody is hyping you up. See, this is where you are crafting real skills. This is where you are growing. This keeps you focused on your purpose, on your life's calling, not ego. Remember, you're not building for the world to know. You're not building for everybody. You are building for the people who need what you have to deliver. And if you're still watching, thank you for showing up. And I really hope that you're showing up for yourself. Please, smash that like button for me. I appreciate your support. And if you find anything valuable in this video, leave a comment. Thank you.